There is a rhythm to the universe that many of us feel but cannot explain, a pulse beneath the noise of everyday life, whispering truths we cannot quite grasp. Across centuries, only a few visionaries have dared to listen closely and interpret what this rhythm reveals. Among them was a man named Jordan Maxwell, who revealed the key to understanding the ancient codes that shape everything around us. He was not merely a scholar or mystic, he was a bridge between what was known and what had been forgotten. The Secret Society. Jordan Maxwell has spent his life pulling back the curtain on the mysteries of human existence. For decades, he has ventured into realms that most of us would never dare to explore, places where ancient knowledge and modern systems of power intersect. To many, he is a fearless seeker of truth, illuminating the secrets that have been buried beneath centuries of history, politics, and religion. To others, his revelations are unsettling, even dangerous, challenging the very fabric of what we believe about our world. Maxwell's journey began with a deep fascination for symbols. These are the marks that adorn our buildings, our currency, and even our national emblems, designs we pass by every day without a second thought. But Maxwell saw them differently. To him, these were not just decorations, they were pieces of a puzzle. Each symbol, each sigil told a story. Together they formed a hidden language, one that could only be understood by those who had the key. His research led him to the realization that these symbols often trace back to ancient civilizations. The pyramid on the dollar bill, the all-seeing eye, the scales of justice. These are not new inventions, but echoes of knowledge from long before the modern era. Maxwell discovered that such symbols are universal, crossing time and culture. Whether found in Egyptian temples, Sumerian carvings, or medieval cathedrals, they seem to point to a deeper, unified truth about humanity's connection to the universe. This knowledge, however, is not freely available. Maxwell's work exposed the existence of secret societies that have long safeguarded and manipulated this information. These groups, from the Freemasons to the Illuminati, operate in the shadows, influencing institutions and shaping the narratives of power. Their use of ancient codes is deliberate, a way of both hiding and revealing their intentions. To them, the symbols are a language of control, a way of tapping into the unseen forces that govern reality. One of Maxwell's most startling claims is that these symbols not only represent power, but also hold the potential to shape our perception of reality. He drew upon both ancient philosophy and emerging science to explain this phenomenon. In the Hermetic traditions of Egypt and Greece, it was believed that the universe is mental, that reality is shaped by thought and intention. Similarly, modern quantum physics is beginning to suggest that consciousness plays a fundamental role in the fabric of existence. These connections are proof that the ancients were far more advanced in their understanding of the universe than we often credit them for. Take, for example, the concept of the all-seeing eye, often associated with the Eye of Horus in Egyptian mythology. To Maxwell, this symbol is not merely a representation of surveillance or divine watchfulness, as it is often interpreted. Instead, it is a reminder of the third eye, the pineal gland, that many spiritual traditions believe to be the seat of human intuition and higher awareness. The ancient Egyptians and later the mystics of India and Tibet revered this inner eye as a gateway to understanding the true nature of reality. This knowledge has been deliberately obscured, replaced by materialistic interpretations designed to keep humanity focused on the external world rather than the inner one. Another recurring theme in Maxwell's work is the alignment between ancient myths and modern institutions. He pointed to the parallels between the stories of gods and kings and the systems of governance we see today. The divine right of kings, for example, echoes myths in which rulers were seen as the earthly representatives of celestial forces. These narratives are not arbitrary, but intentional, crafted to maintain control over populations. By understanding the ancient codes embedded within these stories, we could begin to dismantle the illusions that keep us subservient. The sacred geometry. Maxwell's investigations also delved into the sacred geometry found in ancient architecture. He was captivated by how the great civilizations of the past constructed their temples and monuments with mathematical precision, aligning them with celestial bodies and natural energy flows. The pyramids of Egypt, the ziggurats of Mesopotamia, and the stone circles of Europe are not random creations, but carefully designed instruments. Maxwell believed these structures acted as conduits for cosmic energy, amplifying human consciousness and connecting people to the divine. In his lectures, Maxwell often referred to Plato's concept of the world of forms, an invisible realm of perfect archetypes from which our physical reality is derived. He argued that the ancient codes were a way of accessing this realm, tapping into the underlying patterns that govern existence. This idea resonated with teachings found in Eastern philosophy as well, particularly in Hinduism, where the concept of Brahman represents the ultimate, unchanging reality behind the illusion of the physical world. Maxwell's ideas have also inspired countless individuals to question the systems they live within and seek a deeper understanding of the forces that shape their lives. As you read this, you might feel a sense of familiarity, as though you've encountered these truths before. That's because, according to Maxwell, the knowledge he uncovered is not new. It is ancient, encoded within us as much as it is in the symbols around us. If the symbols that surround us carry messages of hidden knowledge, then the natural world itself is a canvas painted with ancient codes that shape the very fabric of existence. Symbols and patterns surround us, quietly shaping the world in ways we rarely notice. These ancient codes are not just remnants of forgotten civilizations, they are living expressions of the universe's underlying order. The natural world reflects these codes, weaving them into everything from the spirals of galaxies to the structure of DNA. These hidden messages are not merely aesthetic. They hold the key to understanding how reality operates on both a cosmic and personal level. Ancient cultures deeply understood these codes and their connection to the rhythms of nature. To them, the universe was a vast, living organism governed by cycles and patterns that mirrored their own inner lives. This sacred knowledge informed their architecture, mythology, and spiritual practices. They viewed the world not as a collection of random events, but as an interconnected web of meaning. Consider the Fibonacci sequence, a mathematical pattern found everywhere in nature. From the arrangement of sunflower seeds to the swirling of ocean waves, this sequence reveals a universal blueprint. These patterns, known as sacred geometry, were used by ancient builders in the construction of temples, pyramids, and stone circles. These structures weren't just places of worship, they were designed to resonate with the energy of the earth and the cosmos. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, embodies principles of sacred geometry. Its dimensions encode the mathematical constants of pi and the golden ratio, reflecting the harmonious proportions found throughout the natural world. Its alignment with the cardinal directions and its precise positioning on the planet suggest it was more than a tomb. It was a bridge between the earthly and the divine. These ancient structures were designed to interact with cosmic forces. By aligning them with celestial events such as solstices and equinoxes, their builders tapped into universal energy fields. They created spaces that amplified human connection to the cosmos, facilitating spiritual experiences that transcended the ordinary, the universe's flow. Sacred geometry wasn't just an abstract concept, it was a practical tool for aligning with the universe's flow. The patterns embedded in these designs echoed the rhythms of nature, reflecting a deeper truth. Everything in existence is interconnected. Modern science is only beginning to grasp this concept. Research into electromagnetic frequencies and brainwave activity suggests that environments built with sacred geometry can influence human consciousness, enhancing focus, creativity, and even mystical experiences. The ancients understood the importance of resonance. Everything in the universe vibrates at a specific frequency, from the smallest atom to the largest star. This is reflected in spiritual traditions around the world. In Hinduism, the sound Om is believed to be the primordial vibration of creation. Indigenous cultures use chants, drums, and dances to align themselves with the rhythms of the earth. These practices demonstrate a universal truth. By tuning into the frequencies around us, we can connect with the energy of the cosmos. Modern studies are beginning to validate these ancient insights. Research into sound therapy and meditation shows that certain frequencies can alter brain activity, promoting relaxation, healing, and expanded states of awareness. Ancient temples, with their precise acoustics, were designed to amplify these effects, creating spaces where people could access higher states of consciousness. The natural world itself is a testament to these ancient codes. The spirals of seashells, the branching of trees, and the patterns of a snowflake all reflect the same universal principles. These patterns are not random. They are expressions of the underlying order of the universe. They remind us that we are part of something much greater than ourselves, a vast web of energy and meaning. Ancient myths also encode these truths. Stories like the Tree of Life, which appears in many cultures, symbolize the interconnectedness of all things. The tree's branches stretch toward the heavens, while its roots delve deep into the earth, bridging the spiritual and the physical. This is a metaphor for human existence. We are beings of both matter and spirit, connected to the cosmos and to each other. Time, too, was viewed differently by the ancients. They saw it not as a linear progression, but as a series of cycles. The Mayan calendar, the Hindu concept of yugas, and the zodiacal ages of Western astrology all reflect this cyclical understanding. By aligning their lives with these cycles, ancient people believed they could harmonize with the flow of the universe. These cycles are still at work today, shaping our lives in ways we often overlook. The phases of the moon influence the tides and the rhythms of life on Earth. The movement of the planets affects energy patterns on both a global and personal scale. By observing these cycles, we can gain insight into our own lives and the world around us. The ancient codes are not just external, they are within us as well. They are encoded in our DNA, in the electrical signals of our brains, and in the energy fields of our hearts. When we align ourselves with these patterns, we access a deeper level of awareness. Practices like meditation, visualization, and intention setting are tools for tuning into these frequencies, allowing us to consciously shape our reality. The connection between mind and reality is something science is beginning to explore. Quantum physics suggests that consciousness plays a role in shaping the physical world. This aligns with the teachings of ancient traditions, which emphasized the power of thought and intention. Practices like prayer, mantra repetition, and creative visualization were developed to harness this power, creating change from the inside out. The codes shaping our reality are not just ancient relics. They are living truths waiting to be rediscovered. They remind us of our connection to the cosmos and to each other. They invite us to see the world not as a collection of random events, but as a meaningful whole. As we uncover these truths, we begin to realize that the universe is not something separate from us. It is within us, around us, and expressed through us. The journey of understanding these codes is a journey of self-discovery, revealing our potential to harmonize with the flow of life. The ancient codes are everywhere, in the stars above and the earth below, in the symbols carved by forgotten hands and the rhythms of our beating hearts. They invite us to awaken to the deeper truths of existence, to see the patterns that shape our reality, and to step into our role as co-creators of the world. The nature of reality. The codes that shape our reality are not merely abstract ideas, they are tools waiting for us to wield them. As ancient wisdom is rediscovered in the light of modern science, we are beginning to see how these timeless principles can empower us to create profound change in our lives and the world. At the heart of this understanding lies a powerful truth. Reality is not a fixed, unchangeable construct. It is fluid, dynamic, and responsive to our thoughts, intentions, and actions. Quantum physics has opened a window into this mysterious aspect of existence. The idea that particles exist in a state of potential until observed is startlingly similar to ancient spiritual teachings. Many mystical traditions have long held that consciousness shapes the material world. In Hindu philosophy, for example, the concept of Maya suggests that the physical world is an illusion shaped by perception. Similarly, Native American wisdom often speaks of dreaming the world into being, emphasizing the power of thought and intention to create reality. Modern experiments such as the double-slit experiment demonstrate how observation collapses possibilities into a single reality. This means that our awareness plays a fundamental role in shaping the universe. These findings echo the practices of ancient mystics, who used meditation, prayer, and ritual to focus their minds and align their energies with the natural world. They understood that the inner and outer worlds are deeply interconnected, reflecting and influencing one another. This interplay between consciousness and reality becomes even more fascinating when we consider the concept of energy fields. Every living being emits an energy field, often referred to as the aura in spiritual traditions. Ancient healers believed these energy fields could be influenced to promote physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Today, science is beginning to validate these ideas through studies on biofields and electromagnetic frequencies. Research into heart-brain coherence, led by organizations like the Heart Math Institute, reveals that the heart emits an electromagnetic field that interacts with the brain and the environment. When the heart and brain are in sync, people experience heightened states of awareness, intuition, and connection. This resonates with ancient practices that emphasize the heart as the center of wisdom and spiritual insight, a truth mirrored in Egyptian, Mayan, and Sufi teachings. The ancients also understood the power of collective consciousness. Rituals and ceremonies were often conducted in groups, amplifying their effects through shared intention. The idea that collective energy can influence reality has been studied in modern times as well. Experiments in group meditation have shown measurable reductions in crime rates and violence in cities, suggesting that human consciousness can ripple outward, affecting the greater whole. The idea of interconnectedness is beautifully illustrated by the sacred geometries found in ancient structures. These patterns were not just decorative, they were intentional, designed to reflect the harmony of the cosmos and create resonance with human consciousness. Spirals, circles, and fractals, the building blocks of life, mirror the universe's structure, from the tiniest atom to vast galaxies. By aligning their creations with these patterns, ancient architects sought to bridge the earthly and the divine. One of the most fascinating aspects of sacred geometry is its ability to influence our inner states. Walking through a temple, standing beneath a pyramid, or simply gazing at a mandala can evoke a sense of awe and connection. These experiences are not accidental. They are the result of careful design, meant to awaken something deep within us. Modern studies on fractals show that viewing these patterns can reduce stress and enhance well-being, further supporting the wisdom of our ancestors. But the codes shaping our reality are not confined to ancient monuments or sacred art. They are written into the fabric of the universe itself. Nature is the ultimate teacher of these truths. The golden ratio, Fibonacci spirals, and other universal patterns reveal a world that is intrinsically harmonious and interconnected. When we learn to recognize these patterns, we begin to see the hidden order behind what often appears chaotic. This recognition can transform the way we live. Aligning with these codes means moving in harmony with the rhythms of life. To step into our power as co-creators, capable of shaping not only our individual lives, but the collective experience of humanity. This knowledge comes with responsibility. Understanding that our thoughts, emotions, and actions ripple outward, influencing the world around us, challenges us to live consciously. It calls us to align our inner and outer worlds, to act with integrity, compassion, and purpose. By doing so, we become active participants in the great dance of creation. Uncovering these ancient codes is not just about learning, it is about remembering. Deep within us, we already know these truths. They are written into our very being, waiting to be rediscovered. As we reconnect with this wisdom, we begin to see the world as it truly is, a dynamic, interconnected web of energy and meaning. The wisdom that was once veiled in secrecy is now available to all who seek it, ready to be applied in practical ways that can revolutionize our lives. The knowledge of how reality is shaped by consciousness and energy offers us the power to not only understand our world, but to actively transform it. Now the question is, how do we apply these ancient codes in our everyday lives? How can we unlock their transformative potential and begin to live in alignment with the universal forces that shape our existence? How to live in alignment. One of the first steps in applying these ancient codes is the recognition that reality is not fixed. It is fluid, dynamic, and ever-changing. The world we experience is a reflection of our thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions. This insight, found in both ancient mysticism and modern quantum physics, invites us to take responsibility for the reality we create. Our thoughts are not just fleeting, insignificant occurrences, they are powerful forces that influence the world around us. Every moment is an opportunity to shape the reality we wish to experience. The practice of mindfulness is a powerful tool in this process. By paying attention to our thoughts and emotions, we begin to see the patterns that govern our behavior and shape our experiences. This awareness gives us the power to shift those patterns, to consciously choose thoughts that align with the reality we desire. Ancient traditions, from Buddhism to Taoism, have long taught the importance of mindfulness in cultivating a harmonious life. It is a practice of being present, of observing without judgment, and of becoming the conscious creator of our inner world. As we align our thoughts with our highest intentions, we begin to tap into the creative power of the universe. One of the most profound teachings of ancient traditions is the law of attraction, the idea that like attracts like. By focusing on positive thoughts, emotions, and intentions, we magnetize similar energy to us. This is not just a wishful thinking concept, it is a law of nature reflected in the way energy fields interact. When we align our inner state with the vibration of what we want to create, we draw it into our lives. In practical terms, this means taking deliberate action toward our goals while maintaining a positive mindset. Imagining is a powerful tool in this process. Athletes, performers, and successful individuals have long used visualization techniques to bring their goals to life. By vividly imagining ourselves already living the life we desire, we send a clear message to the universe about what we want to create. Mental image helps to align our energy with our intentions, activating the law of attraction and creating the conditions for our desires to manifest. However, the power of intention is not limited to personal goals. It extends to our relationships, our health, and our communities. The ancient codes reveal that we are all interconnected, that our individual energy affects the collective energy of the world. As we work on ourselves, healing and expanding our consciousness, we contribute to the collective awakening. This is where the concept of collective consciousness comes into play. Just as our thoughts shape our personal reality, they also influence the larger world. When we work together with others who share a common vision of peace, love, and harmony, we amplify the energy and create a ripple effect that can change the course of history. In ancient cultures, this understanding of interconnectedness was reflected in the emphasis on communal rituals, ceremonies, and festivals. These practices were not just for individual benefit, they were meant to bring people together, to synchronize their energies and intentions for the greater good. Modern science has begun to understand the power of group consciousness, demonstrating how collective intention can affect everything from crime rates to global peace. The more we work together with others to raise the collective vibration, the more we contribute to the global shift toward higher consciousness. Health is another area where the ancient codes have profound implications. Ancient healing practices such as Ayurveda, traditional Chinese medicine, and energy healing were based on the understanding that the body is a reflection of the mind and spirit. Today, science is beginning to catch up with these ancient wisdoms, acknowledging the powerful connection between mental, emotional, and physical health. Practices like meditation, yoga, and energy healing work to align the body's energy fields, clear blockages, and restore balance. One of the most exciting areas of modern science is the study of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize and form new neural connections. This is a powerful confirmation of the ancient idea that our thoughts shape our reality. By consciously changing our thoughts, we can rewire our brains and transform our lives. Ancient practices like mantra chanting, breathwork, and visualization were designed to shift our mental states, reprogram our subconscious minds, and open the door to higher states of awareness. Now, research shows that these practices have a direct impact on brain function, enhancing memory, creativity, and emotional resilience. These are not just about personal transformation, they are about alignment with the greater cosmic order. The universe is built on principles of harmony and balance, and when we align ourselves with these principles, we experience a deeper sense of peace, fulfillment, and purpose. Sacred geometry, the study of divine proportions and patterns in nature, reveals that the universe operates on mathematical and energetic laws that can be understood and embraced. By living in harmony with these principles, we unlock the full potential of our existence. The key to unlocking these codes lies in awakening to the truth that we are not separate from the universe, we are an integral part of. Our thoughts, emotions, and actions create waves that ripple through the cosmos, shaping the world around us. When we become aware of this interconnectedness, we realize that we have the power to create a new reality, not only for ourselves, but for all of humanity. The ancient codes have been passed down through generations, hidden in symbols, rituals, and teachings. They are not just remnants of the past, they are living, breathing wisdom, ready to be applied in the present. As we uncover these codes and integrate them into our lives, we step into our true power as conscious creators of reality. The journey is one of awakening, remembering who we truly are, and embracing our role in the grand existence. This is not just a path for a few enlightened individuals, it is the path for all of us. The codes that shape our reality are universal, available to anyone who is willing to awaken to their true nature. In doing so, we become part of the global awakening that is reshaping our world. The ancient wisdom is no longer a secret, it is an invitation to embrace our power, to live in harmony with the cosmos, and to create a reality that reflects the highest vision of who we are. The codes are within us all, waiting to be remembered. It's time to awaken. The transformation begins now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.